got audio now. Is that okay? We got audio now? That's weird. Thanks for telling me. Oh. Hi everybody, sorry, MJ here, I want to start over. You know what they did? They modified the interface. It's got a microphone with a slash through it. So it's not what I want. I pressed it, and then the microphone icon lit up, and the slash went away. So it looks like I'm on. It looks like it booted up with it, you know, muted. Thank you for telling me. Sorry about that. Jeez, I don't know what's going on. Must be driving people nuts on Periscope, but we haven't had any Periscope comments yet so far. So now we got 2 people viewing on Periscope. Some of our famous stray dogs there giving us trouble. Yeah. So anyway, and as usual, we're broadcasting with the ivideo.com.tw Wi-Fi box. Go to ivideo.com.tw and you can rent one today. They're really, really cheap. Coming to Taiwan or going to Japan, other parts of Asia, United States, Europe. Fantastic deals. And if, excuse me, you go to the YouTube channel in the description, there is a 10% off code every time you use it. And of course, over here is our companion website, Taiwan Live TV. So I want to say hi to everyone again. Hello, because I was like that before Matthew told me that we had no audio. So we got no comments at all on Periscope, which is okay. It's, you know, it's really, really touch and go. It's really crazy. Sometimes I get like thousands and thousands and thousands of oh great. Now the bots are giving me hearts to throw me off. We're gonna block this one. Yeah, every single one of these, every single one of my viewers is a bot. Do you want to have fun? No. I don't. So now I have no viewers because they're all sex bots and I blocked them. Yeah. There you go. Let me take a look again. This is fun. 2 more viewers, but doesn't say who they are. So maybe they're bots too. Anyway, tonight we have a lot of Japanese and Korean products here. We have some Korean barbecue chips, smoky bacon. Now look, I don't care what you got. If it tastes like smoky bacon, people are going to eat it, and they're going to really, really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm just sitting here having a good time. Now listen, I haven't been on very much lately. I have been not feeling real good. Yeah, you're not kidding. I have not been feeling real good. I've been missing a lot of sleep. I'm behind on my sleep. And when I get behind on my sleep, bad things happen. The other thing is I've been working real hard getting my studio set up. Some of the equipment has arrived. Most of it hasn't. And gosh, it should be here really by the end of this week. So I'm diligently making preparations, doing wire dress and drilling holes and mounting stuff, but you can only do so much until the gear gets here. Then you got to see how the wire paths are going to end up running after you set it up. So, but we have our Teacher's Highland Cream, which is probably the only blended scotch that I drink, and I have my big cup full of soda water. So I do not have, spilled on me, I do not have the scotch in the soda water. But I do want to apologize to everyone for not being on as much as I usually am. I haven't been on since last week. Wasn't on Sunday, wasn't on Monday, wasn't on last Thursday. So I usually stream on Thursday nights and Sunday nights, but for the last 2 weeks it has been very disadvantageous for me to do so. We went down to Kaohsiung and ended up going to see my wife's uncle who's in the hospital, and he's basically dying, and it's not fun. Oh my goodness, these are all, I'm looking at all these now, they're all sex bots. What is going on? Twitter just doesn't have their act together. Oh, here's a real guy, Matt. Matt has actually, he's got 6 followers, he's actually streamed. He's got 3 streams. Las Vegas, Matt was live. Cool. Welcome, Matt, welcome to Periscope. One more viewer, doesn't tell me who it is. Everybody else is blocked. It's getting to where whenever anybody comes on, I gotta like look at their, yep, here you go, here's another one. Somebody just joined, block user. Because I just don't want the comments in the stream, you know. I wish when I block somebody though, I wish that went to the YouTube stream, you know, to Streamlabs. That would be really cool. I don't know how to do that. The API apparently doesn't support that, but that would be killer if all the block messages made it to the stream. All right, so, you know, Dave and I have been talking, and some of the others in the late night group, and we also have another Scope Team Taiwan group. It's kind of a joke. It's kind of a joke on the Hong Kong Scope team, because there really isn't any such thing. But yeah, we've been talking about just stupid things that people do in business. And I want to talk about that because so much is wasted on lost opportunity. When I was in the States, it was really, really, really difficult for me to get people to listen to me. You know, listen to my ideas and think whether, you know, they were good or not. And I had lots of people that thought the ideas were good, but weren't willing to get involved or weren't willing to help or do anything about it. It's just really weird. A lot of roadblocks, a lot of opposition. It seems to be kind of an American thing. I don't know why. Because now that I'm in Taiwan, I can get anything I want done. It's amazing. I just talk to people and I got connections, and we just do it. We find the resources. We find the way to do it. And when I was at the Talk America Radio Network in the States in the 90s, the vice president of sales, his name was Tom, and he ended up doing more harm than good just because of his attitude. Let me explain why. There are 2 particular cases. I mentioned once that when I first took over as vice president of engineering, nobody actually explained to me how anything worked because they didn't know, and I had to go through and figure things out. And I finally got around to working on the network control computer, but the network control computer kept writing files, you know, just log files, and it would fill up the hard drive and crash, and when it crashed, everything went bad. And we talked about this before, and I got a call, you know, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I came in, and it was a simple, like, 4-line batch file for me to fix that. But Tom told me, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And I told the vice president of the company he should be fired for that because it took, you know, affiliate stations in 48 states off the air. And we lost thousands and thousands of dollars for some stupid little thing that could have been fixed with a couple of lines in a batch file with somebody that knew what they were doing. But he didn't tell anybody. Now, the other thing he did was, we had a client that had a resort in New England, and he had a fistful of cash, and he wanted to buy advertising, and he wanted somebody to do an ad for his resort. And one of the big draws in the resort was free golf. That's huge. For people who like to golf, free golf? Are you kidding me? And he wanted the sound, while the announcer was reading the copy, he wanted the sound of a golf swing, you know, right? And then he wanted the sound of a golf ball going into the cup, you know, the sound that makes, you know, it goes, you know what I'm talking about. You can imagine what I'm talking about. And Tom said, no, we can't do that. And I told the client, I said, come with me. Come to the studio. I said, okay. Got the copy? Yeah. So I read the copy. I went into our sound effects library and I looked at the catalog. We had LP records back in those days with tens of thousands of sound effects. And I put it on the turntable and recorded the sound of a golf swing and the sound of a golf ball going into the cup and put it on a cart machine. And cart machines used to look like 8-track tapes, but you could put start and stop tones on it. So I just recorded, you know, the golf swing and then put a stop tone and then recorded the ball going into the cup and put a stop tone. So in order to play that back, all they had to do is press the button. It would play the one, you know, like a one shot, like a sample. That's what it is, an analog sampler. And it would stop, and then I would press the button. You know, so as I read the copy, and I said, with, you know, free golf, and it took about 30 minutes. And the guy was really happy. And he wrote a big fat check to the network. And I went right into the president's office and told him we got to stop doing stupid things like this that are throwing money away just because that guy doesn't know how to do it. I have seen this time and time again in my career over 50 years where the decision-making person does not understand the technology, and therefore they cannot imagine that something can be done because they don't know how to do it. So they tell the customer no instead of asking somebody on the support team. And I mean, I have like had it up to here in my life with this kind of stuff. It's beyond annoying. And really one of the reasons that it's, you know, the economy in the States, absolutely, when the crap are all those years is because of that kind of mentality, you know. I knew a guy, and I was telling this to Dave too, Dave in Osaka. I knew a guy, boss of a company that I worked for, who used to say, I can do anything I want with a piece of wire and a switch. Yeah, you can. But it might be 30,000 miles of wire. It might be a million switches, because that's what microprocessors do. And we were doing language labs, you know, reel-to-reel tape recorders at student stations with a teacher console that would record the pronunciation correctly, send the audio to the students who could record them, and then, you know, and then play them back. And we converted from reel-to-reel to cassette machines, and the engineer actually was a mechanical engineer as well. He designed a discrete cassette system, a cassette recorder, you know, for the and player. I mean, it was incredible, out of sheet metal parts. He just did this himself. It's amazing. And he built the microprocessors to run all of it. But the problem is that boss, the guy that used to say I can do anything I want with a piece of wire and a switch, well, he didn't understand how microprocessors work, so he wouldn't let him make any circuits using an actual microprocessor. Hey Dean, how you doing? Welcome on Periscope. He wouldn't let the chief design engineer do his job the best way you should do. He said, nope, no microprocessors, don't want them. They're unpredictable, they're unstable, all this other, it's crap, it's crap. He just didn't understand them. So, what happened, the engineer, using ICs and a quad layer board and tons of wire wrap, created a circuit board and circuitry that basically amounted to a discrete component microprocessor, and it was an unbelievable nightmare because one little tiny thing that went wrong and the whole board was scrapped. It was impossible to troubleshoot. It was so complicated. It's really a credit to how intelligent and good he was as a design engineer, because he was able to do that. And it could have been all put on one chip on a simple board, and if the microprocessor is bad, you pop it out and you put a new one in. But no, because the big boss didn't know how they worked, yeah. I never do that. I always surround myself with people that know more than me. I don't tell them how, I tell them what. Here's what I need done. I ask them what they think the best way to do it is. I ask them how to do it. I might make the final decision between 2 or 3 different options, but I don't tell them how to do it. They tell me how to do it. And just because I personally don't understand the technology means absolutely nothing. It means absolutely nothing. These guys that do that all the time, it's just, they are killing their businesses. It's more than stupidity. It's actually, the term is malignantly stupid. That's what it is. It's malignantly stupid. Yeah. So we're back on full screen mode here. Okay, so we got a nice clean screen. So, hello Ken, how are you? Nice to see you. Fist bump to you. Got a little bit of teachers in here. You're just in time, because we're getting to the good part. I'm not going to stay out too late tonight. I'm hoping I get a package tomorrow, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to get. I'm going to get everything Friday. One thing I did was I ordered an amplifier from Japan, and Japan mains power, which is really bizarre. Everybody thinks it's 220. No, it's 100. Japan's mains power is 100 volts. Sometimes you can get away with plugging it in 120 or 125, like they have in the States and in Taiwan. But you know, these voltages over the years have crept up. I remember when it was 110, then it became 117, then it was 120, now it's 125. They're making more money that way. Anyway, the point being, I bought this rare Brian May special amp. They don't make them anymore. I've been looking for one all over the place. There are not many around, and they had a couple in Japan, and I got one for really cheap. I mean, it's used, and it's got a treble booster in that you can use. You can use the treble booster out into another amp to get a better sound, but it's a recording amp, and it gets all those old sounds that he used to use on the records a long time ago, and I got it because I want to do recording. It's great for recording. It's got a recording out, but it's 100 volts. So I went to the electronics store today, and I found a 120 volt to 100 volt converter, and it's 15 bucks. Beautiful. 300 watts and 3 outlets. Man, you just can't beat living in Taiwan, having access to all this stuff. All right, here we go. From Korea. Smoky bacon chips. All kinds of Korean writing on the back. You can't read it, but it says here it's from Korea. Yeah, it says right here, and it gives me the importer's address, which is in Taipei. New Taipei City. So, nope, I haven't. But it's got quite a few carbohydrates, so I'm not going to be eating these all the time. I'm just going to eat a little bit of these. Expiration date is 2019, 1/25. It's got a recyclable bag, but basically it says smoky, then it says road trip, and then it says cold beer. Yeah, I like the Koreans. They got the right idea. So we're going to do a little bit more whiskey, because I don't have cold beer, but I've got cold soda water to chase my whiskey. And all right, I know I'm kind of close to the side here, but let's do our taste test. Pop these bad boys open. Because that night that I did the roast pork, guys remember that, the barbecue pork? Wow, that was great. All right, there we go. And all right. Yes, that is the most important part. The most important part. It doesn't really smell so smoky, and like smoky bacon, but you know that's kind of typical because we've used. I mean, we've checked out these things before, right? And by the way, on Periscope, every single person except this guy named Matt and Dean that's come into the scope that I've checked their profiles is a sex bot. I am about to completely give up on Periscope. There's no use of broadcasting to it. There's nobody there. All right, so here's what it looks like. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to go on the back camera. And let's see if we can get it to focus. Can we get it to focus? There we go. There we go. That's what it looks like. It's got the, you know, the stripes on it like bacon. All right, so let's see. Big smoke. Nice, actually. It doesn't taste artificial, but it also doesn't taste like Scotch smoke. Wow, man. I know how to do that. That tastes exactly like smoky bacon. Wow. These things are good. Man, I can't believe it. But it's funny because it's all about translations in English. It doesn't say chips. Smoky bacon chip down here, smoky bacon chip. So, you guys are watching, you know, chip is not plural. Other words like fish are, though. Take care, Matthew. Glad you could get a sample of these. Wow. I'm sorry, you just got to watch me eat these now. Fantastic. Yep, they all these sex bots, right? Every one of them gives hearts, and it's confusing because you think that it's a person. So, yep, blocked every single one of them. Amazing. Oh. Well, we're glad to have you on YouTube, Dean. And we're glad to have you in the late night group. Now, I don't use Line on this phone because I can only use it on one device at a time. But what I can do is I can tell you where to go. Up in the corner is Time Live TV, and you can go to Late Night Show, or you can scan this QR code, and I'm going to put it on the back camera right now. Scan that QR code, folks, and you can join the late night group on the Line app. So you can just pause this video, and there you go. And you can join us. And believe it or not, many of your favorite scopers are there. You can interact with them. David Osaka, Jevons, John Sabot, Kenrod, Casper, Steve from Florida, John Ho. They're all there. And even more. I know I'm forgetting people. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a great place, excuse me, to hang out, share recipes, food stuff, you know, new, sorry. News, current events, and the like. And, of course, get notified directly when your favorite scopers go on the air. And also, you can talk to your favorite scopers about the content, what you'd like to see. And we all like that. Coco's there too. As time goes on, I'm going to think of more people. Yeah, Coco's like at the top of the list. And everybody knows Rob Ebner. Ken Rod's there. I think I mentioned Ken Rod. Oh yeah. You definitely want to join us on the late night group. Now I'm going to cut this short. I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I've been on. Been really, really busy. I've got a schedule I'm trying to meet with the studio and some other projects, but let me tell you, everything's good. Everything is fantastic. I'm just really burnt out and tired. I haven't really been that active on live streaming. Of course, I am active every day in the Line group, the late night Line group. But I want to thank everybody for joining, and I'm going to finish these guys, believe me, before I go home. They're nuts. So good. Better than the other ones I have. I have ones that look like this. Yes, she is, man. You're right. I miss her cooking streams, and she did a lot of them on broadcast. One of these days, we're just going to have to get broadcast going again. We're just going to have to take it over. Well, you guys take care. Have a good evening. And I am going to make an attempt to be on Thursday night from Win-Wins like old times. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time. Now let's leave a nice thumbnail for Periscope, because they always take the last, you know, the last frame. Bye-bye now.